Now let's take a look at what a paradigm is. A paradigm is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior. Now think, a paradigm is a program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior. And get this, almost all of our behavior is habitual. Perception is one of the higher faculties that we've got. If I have a particular challenge that I'm faced with, I have an exercise that helps me shift my perception. It helps me change how I look at something. I will take and write the problem down in as much detail as I can, and so clear that if I were to give it to somebody else, they would see exactly what I see. So I get the picture in my mind, I paint it with words. I will take that written out, and if you try this, you'll find it'll work like unadulterated magic. Put it in the center of your desk or a table. I do it in my studio, or I'll do it in my dining room. And I'll get and sit down and I'll look at it, then I'll say, now is that problem in me or is it in the paper? I will work at getting it out of me and getting it on the paper. So I'm not going to relate to it as something that's in control of me. When I get it on the paper, then I'll look at it until I think I understand it. Then I'll go and sit on the other side of the table, literally, physically get up and go and move. And I'll look at it and I'll say, how would Earl Nightingale look at that? And mentally I'll play with that for a bit. Then I'll go sit somebody else and I'll say, how would Napoleon Hill look at that? Now these people don't have to be alive. Okay? If you've studied them, you know their energy. And how would he look? Then go sit somewhere else. And I may move around the table to half a dozen places. How would they look at that? And you know something? Pretty soon that problem's not a problem at all. I not only solved it, it's become fairly simple to solve. Perception is a mental faculty, yet it's being controlled by your paradigm, yet controls how you look at things. When you go to talk to a person about your opportunity, understand they've got a paradigm and they are controlled how they're going to see your industry. Most people don't understand your industry. They really don't. You think they do because they've heard it, but they don't understand it at all. I'll tell you a good exercise. Ask them when they say, no, they don't really like it. Say, could you explain it to me? Ask them if they can explain how your company works. And they probably can't. Then say, you know, I learned something really valuable. Anything we don't understand, we have a tendency to criticize and ridicule. Now think of that, because that's true.